Marshall Jones, managing editor with infonews.ca. I'm here with Shannon Ainslie, our Kamloops reporter. Shannon, you have been focusing recently on the housing crisis, but from a bit of a different angle. We've got some other stories and things that are looking at, the numbers, how much housing prices are, how many people are looking for homes, growing homelessness, that sort of thing. You've been taking a bit of a different approach for the last year and a half or so. Tell me about that.
Well, I've just been talking to people directly on how it's affecting them. All of their health and wellness is affected, of course, but it's just more of a personal view of what it looks like on the ground day to day. Whether they're a paycheck away from homelessness or they're young parents with kids who are having to make very, very difficult decisions in order to get by every month. Often, one lady actually had to move, so some people have to move to other places, and they have kids that they're having to move along with them, and none of that is easy. And I think there's a general sense of hopelessness. Definitely, there's a sense of hopelessness out there.
Yeah, it's almost a hopelessness crisis more than a homeless crisis. Um, I think that's important, don't you? Like we talk about the numbers, we talk about housing, the housing starts. We're trying to look at all the sides of this, but what I like about what you're doing is actually, talking to the people on the ground, the people this is affecting, how this impacts their lives, that sort of thing. You've taken a bit of a focus, little bit of a change of focus again, and you seem to be talking to more seniors lately. What are you finding there?
Well, that is a really sad situation to see the increase in the numbers of seniors, um, not just becoming homeless, which are out of the whole cold shelter. Started talking about this earlier this year. There are more and more seniors coming through the doors of shelters, but we're also talking about seniors who are just barely getting by again, and it's not just going without. I mean, these seniors, the ones that I've talked to, did not expect to be in this situation. They had long time dreams of what they were going to be doing when they retired. There's a big disappointment there, but with seniors, it's also different because they are more prone to medical issues, and just being older is just it just makes everything more difficult. To get places, to get by, to pay for fuel, to get on a bus. I mean, really, day to day, the older you get, the more difficult this becomes. And the whole concept of I might not have a home to live in next month is pretty scary.
Your last story spoke with Celeste Fumerton, and
Yeah.
I thought, man, just even hearing how she prioritizes, just like even her underwear. Like I'm just not buying underwear again. And it's like that stuff really sort of hits home, I think, eh?
Yeah. And I mean, also, too, though, she doesn't go out with friends. She and her friends worked and worked and worked for decades, and they can't afford to go out for lunch once in a while. I mean, I think these things are really important, especially again with seniors and people who are living alone. This for mental health, to be out there socializing with friends and to get out of the house and do something nice is, I think, directly related to health and well-being.
Yes. As you said, the this housing crisis, I mean, it impacts people in a lot of different ways than just trying to pay rent. And with seniors, they're not going to be able to make up that money. They're not, back out in the workforce. That's what they mean by a fixed income. So this is something we're going to continue to focus on in 2024. So I think in general, if anybody has any stories to tell us about these things, it's one thing I think for people, especially because a lot of people already own their homes, and I wonder how many people who are sitting here, when we run stories about the price of homes going up again, how many of them are cheering because we know a lot of people in Kamloops and the Okanagan already own their homes. But I think it's important to see what this impact is a lot of people who don't own their homes to understand just how important this is in order to wake up some of those people who own their homes, who are going to need to know that these are live issues. So if anybody else has a story they want to tell us, I mean, this is going to continue whether interest rates drop a little bit or continue to rise a little bit. This doesn't appear to be going away anytime soon.
Yeah, and really, honestly, thank you to these people for bringing us into their homes and their lives and sharing some personal details. And the more voices, the better.
Fantastic.